Recently, Canada has been stepping up its efforts to address the issue of illegal employment, and the Canada Border Services Agency, CBSA, is leading the charge. Yeah, you heard that right. The CBSA has been conducting raids on businesses suspected of hiring undocumented workers. This is a significant move in the government's strategy to combat unauthorized employment, which has been a growing concern across the country. So, why is this such a big deal? Well, the rise in undocumented workers can lead to various problems, both for the economy and for the workers themselves. Employers may exploit these workers by paying lower wages and offering poor working conditions, since they know these individuals might not feel safe reporting abuses. I see how that could happen, right? By cracking down on illegal hiring practices, the government aims to protect vulnerable individuals and ensure fair labor standards for everyone. It's also worth noting that these raids are part of a broader immigration enforcement strategy. The CBSA has been more active in monitoring businesses and ensuring compliance with employment laws. They're not just targeting the workers, they're also holding employers accountable. This means that businesses can face serious penalties if they are found to be hiring without verifying their employees' legal status. Okay, that could definitely change how some businesses operate. Now, you might be wondering how these raids actually work. The CBSA typically conducts investigations based on tips, complaints, or data analysis that suggests a business might be employing undocumented workers. Once they gather enough evidence, they execute raids to identify and apprehend those workers. It's a coordinated effort that often involves local law enforcement as well, which helps enhance the impact of these operations. But there's a flip side to this approach. Critics argue that such aggressive enforcement can instill fear in immigrant communities. Some individuals might be reluctant to seek help or report issues at work if they fear being discovered and deported. I see that perspective, and it's a valid concern. The government needs to strike a balance between enforcing the law and ensuring that communities feel safe and secure. The economic implications of these raids are significant too. By targeting illegal employment, the government hopes to encourage businesses to hire legally. This, in turn, can lead to better job security and improved wages for all workers. When employers know they have to comply with labor laws, they're more likely to invest in their employees, right? More investment in workers usually translates to a healthier economy overall. However, it's essential to recognize that not all undocumented workers are involved in illegal activities willingly. Many come to Canada seeking better opportunities and are often trapped in a cycle of exploitation. So, while the CBSA's actions aim to curb illegal employment, they also need to consider the reasons why these individuals are here in the first place. Addressing the root causes of migration can be a complicated issue, and it requires a nuanced approach. In addition to raids, the Canadian government is also focusing on education and outreach. They want to inform employers about the legal requirements for hiring workers and the potential consequences of failing to comply. This educational component is crucial because without proper knowledge, some employers might unintentionally violate the law. I see that, right? It's all about creating awareness and understanding. Furthermore, the government is working on programs that aim to help undocumented workers regularize their status. This is a vital step in promoting social integration and ensuring that all workers have access to their rights. By providing pathways for undocumented individuals to gain legal status, Canada can create a more stable and fair labor market. Yeah, that sounds like a win-win situation. On the community level, organizations and advocacy groups are also stepping in to support those affected by these raids. They offer legal assistance, counseling, and resources for workers who may be at risk of deportation. It's important for these individuals to know they're not alone and that there are people fighting for their rights, right? Community support can make a big difference in helping individuals navigate these challenging situations. As we move forward, the balance between enforcement and support will be crucial. The Canadian government needs to ensure that while they're cracking down on illegal employment, they're also providing resources and pathways for those who want to integrate into society legally. This approach will not only help improve labor conditions, but also strengthen the community as a whole. It's all interconnected, isn't it? In conclusion, Canada's crackdown on illegal workers through the CBSA's raids is a complex issue with many facets. While the intention is to protect vulnerable workers and ensure fair labor practices, the approach must be carefully managed to avoid creating fear within immigrant communities. By combining enforcement with education and support, Canada can work towards a more equitable labor market that benefits everyone involved. So, what do you think about these developments? It's definitely a topic that stirs a lot of emotions and opinions. Let's keep the conversation going.
Thanks for watching our video. Please hit the button and subscribe the channel.